as you have seen in the title and on Instagram, as I shared, and some from WhatsApp, mostly from Instagram though, that I met with an accident. I mean, the first accident, unfortunately, and hopefully it's the last one, on my new KTM. Now obviously you guys need to know, and I also need to tell you that why and how it all happened. Now the thing is that today, I mean, it's a Sunday. Today is the 14th of April. Today is the 14th of April, and it was a working Sunday for me. So I had a shoot from my office. I was scheduled to go there and shoot and then reach back office. So I was on my way to my shoot, and it was around 8:30 in the morning. And as I stepped out from my home and just took a U-turn, and there was a speed breaker. There are two prominent speed breakers that come. I was at a normal speed of like 50 or 60, and then I braked near the speed breaker. And as I braked, the next thing that I realized, it's a loud crash boom bang thing happened. So as this happened, the very next thing that I found that I was on the ground, I mean on the road, and the bike just crashed right on my left, and there was another bike that just crashed on my side, and then I had some burning sensation on my right hand. And the very next thing that I did was I just got up and took my bike up, and there were local people who came to my help, and they pulled my bike up, and we just took the bike on the side of the road because there was a traffic congestion that happened because of that. So what happened? As I braked, these guys, there were three people, three squids, on one single bike, and it was a Pulsar 200 NS. So they were overspeeding, and as the speed breaker approached, they somehow lost control because I braked, and so did all the other vehicles around me. They all braked for the speed breaker, and it's a big speed breaker. So somehow they lost control, and they straight away hit onto the tail section of the KTM, which handles the number plate and the indicator. As their bike crashed, the coolant chamber of the NS just bursted out, and the entire coolant was on the road, and a part of that coolant just came right onto my right hand. So I had a burning sensation on my right hand at that point in time. I didn't bother. I thought it was just a bruise, maybe it's bleeding or anything like that, because the right hand, on the impact of the accident, it hit the road. So I thought maybe it just got bruised there and it's bleeding. So I ignored. So when I came back home, and when I just got it checked with my parents and my sister, so that's when they told, no, it's not it's not bleeding, it's not a bruise, it's a burn injury, it seems. So that's when I got to know that it's a coolant that came, because nothing else that hot was aside. I mean, that's how it happened on me. That was the only scratch that I got. There were some few other scratches on the leg, but that's normal. And what all damages on the bike happened, we will watch it together. So as you guys can see that some parts of the coolant, it's still there. So this is the coolant from the NS that hit me, and this is the main tail section that took the impact. If I have to do a damage analysis, so this is the one. This thing has gone, okay, this thing, it's got the bruises there, it's got more bruises here. The brake lever, the front brake lever, the brake is engaging, but it's, as you can see, it's broken. It's actually broken. Yeah. The leg guard situation is this. We'll have to check whether the fog lights are still working or not. This is another damage. The main impact happened here. So as you can see, it completely got a new design, and this thing has to be replaced. And the mirror is also scratched. This thing is all gone. Before I end this video, I would like to tell one thing that, I mean, some of you may say that you should be wearing riding gears and all that all the time. I absolutely agree to that point. Even I vouch for that on my video at the end I always say that wear riding gears as much as possible. Now in this situation, the helmet, the HJC which I was wearing saved my head. The new pro biker gloves that I'm using, that saved my hand. And also the impact, I mean, I was at a low speed, and even though the impact was from the behind, I didn't like drag a lot with the bike, because in that case it would have been a lot more fatal on my legs and on my knees and all those areas, because I was not wearing any riding trouser, riding gears on the bottom, like knee guards and all. Now why I was not wearing? First of all, I was heading for an office shoot, so I cannot just end up there wearing all my riding gears, and then, yes, I am a safe biker, but at the same time the office people would just frown on me that why is he wearing all those riding gears at an office shoot when it's an event. Whenever it's possible, I am in all my riding gears, but then again it's not possible all the time. You need to understand that. Now why I'm mentioning that, because some of the other people will always start putting these type of comment that इसने riding gears नहीं पहना था, ये तो होना ही था. You know, haters are always there. So that's why I wanted to say this. But again, I'm saying this at the end of this video. Wear riding gears as much as possible. I mean, until unless it's a situation that forces you not to, like mine. And helmet and gloves are absolutely a must. And if you can, wear riding pants. If you wear riding boots. I mean, if the situation is not very stringent or very strict, wear it as much as possible. It saves lives. That's it, guys. Bye-bye.